G'day, Trent Nicolich here from Drive. This car next to me is a 2018 Subaru Impreza, and the last time I reviewed a 2018 Subaru Impreza, unsurprisingly, was in 2018. So fast forward to 2023. What am I doing here? Well, we're about to describe exactly that. This is Kate Ritchie. Hello, Kate.
Hi.
And can you tell me what I'm doing here?
Well,
I
I'm not sure.
I thought
we
here.
were just getting some sunshine overlooking the Harbour Bridge. I wanted you to check out my car.
Why?
Because I'm now doing breakfast radio with Fitzy and Whipper. A long story short, we are now giving away my Impreza on air to a lucky listener.
I was going to say unsuspecting, but yeah, lucky Nova listener.
Yeah. Well, I hate to speak about myself in third person, but the competition is impress her for Kate Ritchie's Impreza. I mean, that's pretty clever, isn't it?
So what do you have to do?
Well, you have to impress me,
You're right.
which doesn't take much.
Right, okay,
I
you got
have to say.
low standards.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, we have listeners, they are, entering via the Nova player. They're listing their special talent, their silly story.
Yeah, right.
And some of them are basically just saying, I don't have a special talent, but my car's got 320,000 on the clock. I just really need a car. But that also impresses me that they're honest. So we've been listening to everyone every morning, and in the end, somebody will be winning a new car for them. But an old car. An old car for me. It's certainly not an old car.
No, I'm actually...
It has, it's done very well.
I'm quite impressed. There's
you?
that word again, just not with you yet.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute.
Thanks.
We'll get to that in a minute. With the car, I actually thought, well, it's going to be all beat up and,
Yeah.
you give your car away. Like, this is a crazy idea to just give your perfectly good car away.
Well, you haven't looked at the rims,
This
obviously.
is true. I will inspect them in a minute. But it's actually quite a nice car. Now, I suspect I'm here because I have to assess whether this is safe and worthy to be given away to a Nova listener.
Well, I'm sure there are some kind of insurance
Is
details.
it the typical one careful lady owner only driven to church on Sundays?
Oh, it's had its share of. How do I explain it?
I like
has had
this.
a very.
You got the shovel out.
It
Here
has
we
a
go.
rich tapestry.
Right. Oh, okay, right.
This car, but you know what? It has served me very well. You can park it anywhere. It has picked my daughter up from school. It has dropped her to dancing. It'll probably smell like dog, but it will have a clean
Excellent.
before we give
Excellent.
it away.
That's great news.
But yeah, I thought maybe today you might be able to give it a little run around and at least tell me whether someone else might like to drive
I haven't
it.
looked at the wheels yet, but the good news is you might not have to worry about scratching the wheels either because they might already be pre-scratched.
I have a feeling they might.
All right, so we'll check that out. We're going to take this for a drive. You're taking your life into your own hands.
Hang on, who's got the keys?
It's in there somewhere.
Okay, good.
You're taking your life into your own
All
hands.
right.
I'm about to test Kate's car. Let's do it. Okay, first question. Who in the world has got legs this short?
Oh, well, that's not a very nice thing to say.
I said to myself, I'm not going to move it from Kate's driving position.
How are you even driving it when it's like that?
Not that easily.
Put it back.
No, I'm going to leave it here.
It doesn't have all the fancy...
electric adjustment.
Yeah, you have. It's like the old school
see,
kind
right.
of the pedal thing,
Okay,
like that. Whatever that.
I see that. Yep.
Whatever you call that.
Yep.
Works perfectly fine.
Yep. You did tell me there was an issue with one of these switches, I think.
Yeah, that doesn't work
Okay.
perfectly fine. I've worked it out. When you never get anything fixed, you just come up with a better
little workaround.
technique
Right, gotcha.
of how to use it.
Yep.
And you know what? The down button, to put it down on the driver's side, worked perfectly fine until we signed off on this idea to give it away.
The car's...
So I don't know if the car's kind of
angry.
revolting.
It's angry. It's upset with you. Do you feel safe?
Yes.
You're not fearing for your life yet?
Oh, you mean with you? I thought you meant the car. Oh no, that's a different matter. No, I feel terrified being in the car with you. And the publicist does know where we're going.
That's true,
and has your number.
Yeah, I know.
And apparently you're Trent from Drive, so we will be able to track you down.
Yeah, they know where I live.
No, but it has been, I feel as though it's been a very safe car.
Can I be serious for one moment? This is actually It's actually a really good car. It is seriously,
Okay.
and I'm not just saying that because you're sitting there.
Okay.
It's a serious. It seriously is a really good car. Like
Yeah.
the suspension feels good, the brakes feel good. I think you've had new tyres put on it
Yes.
recently.
Yes.
The steering feels good.
Okay.
There's no rattles, no squeaks. To be honest, given you've had it for 5 years, I just noticed it doesn't have a huge amount of kilometres on it.
No.
You've only done 45,000
Well,
kilometres.
I only do school pickups and to and from work.
Yep.
I think, and I feel as though it has been a little. I've been driving it for less than that.
Yep.
But it's also good on the open road. I've done many trips down the Hume Highway to the Southern Highlands.
Yep.
And it was always that was always a lovely drive. Yeah, I don't know. It's been good to me. It can fit, kids' car seats in the back.
I was about to ask you that because it's funny when you do a certain job, like when we work in the industry we work in, people have a perception of what sort of car we would drive. You've sort of mentioned that people go, oh, you've got an Impreza.
Yes.
As if they would think you would drive something different.
Yes.
I don't know you that well, but this car seems to me to be the perfect kind of car that you would drive. You're a mum, you've got a dog, you've got an outdoor, active sort of lifestyle,
Yep.
You're always at the beach, taking the dogs for walks, whatever. Is that why you bought this car? Why'd you choose it?
I was looking for a smaller car.
Mm-hmm.
And the cars I had driven before seemed a little bit...
Oh, you had a bigger SUV before.
Excessive.
Yeah.
But I do think that maybe next car I might like to sit a little bit
Higher?
higher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
Only just for when... I know where I live there are a couple of T intersections where when you're approaching them, when you're sitting that bit lower and you've got cars parked right up,
Yep.
People never park where they're meant to. It's sometimes
you can
hard
see
to
around them.
see around. So that may be element of safety I have considered. But it's great. I mean, and this parks anywhere. The turning circle is amazing.
It is really good. I noticed that because we did a U-turn
Yes.
just then out of a tight street,
Yes.
and the turning circle's great. But this is seriously a good car. The engine feels good. The gearbox feels good. I would drive this car. I would have no hesitation driving this car.
You'd probably have the seat put back a
Well,
bit further.
my knee's going numb from being
rubbing up against
wedged into the dashboard.
the steering wheel.
And I can't really move my legs particularly well. Lastly, I want to know what I get here.
Oh.
Do I get your keep cup?
Well, if you want to. I've been
If I win
drinking my turmeric tea out of that.
Okay.
You've got, I wear this to the shops. You can have that. You can actually have that today if you like.
I'd rather not.
I'll have a look in the glove box. I've got some doggy
Yeah, bags.
poop bags.
Yeah.
I've got some. Actually, there's a couple of pairs of sunglasses in there.
Oh,
that
okay. Are they good?
I'm throwing it. Yeah, they're Celine.
They're all right. They look okay.
I think I've got a.
Do I get...
There's a second pair here.
Do they suit me?
I think you're better in these.
Okay, I'll
Please
swap
be
you.
careful while you're cornering there. See, two pairs of sunglasses.
Have you got a big head or have I got a small head?
Oh, I've got a really big
Have
head.
you? Yeah, because they fit me.
My,
And I've
do
got
you
a
know
fat
my
head.
hat size is a Cougar. I'm at like a 59 and a half.
That's what I wear.
That's enormous.
How have you got a head that big?
It's very.
You're a small person.
Yeah, I know, but I think I'm large at the
Right,
back
gotcha.
there. It's very.
Do
it's
I get
hidden
the,
well.
Do I get the lip gloss?
Oh, it's a nice little Fenty one. You might like that. There's some nail polish and some hand sanitizer and some Strepsils.
Okay, we'll take all of those.
And a Lemsip and there's things like that. I won't throw the dog or my daughter in, I'm afraid.
No, you can't do that. But what I am impressed with is that this car doesn't look like you live in it. A lot of people, and I'm a bit OCD with cars, I have to put that out there,
Yeah.
my own and others.
Yes.
A lot of people, it looks like they live in their cars. You don't look like you live in this one. Or have you cleaned? Yeah, you have, haven't you?
Well,
you've cleaned it out.
Look, I have to admit, like this is as good as it gets.
Okay, right.
Because I did know
Okay.
that you'd be in it. I gave it a little spray of Bazistos,
Right.
which stinks of
I
that.
could
I'd
smell-
rather that than the smell of the dog.
I've got two issues. One, I can smell eucalyptus heavily in my nostrils. Two, I'm going to smell like you because your
Yes.
perfume now is on the
I
seatbelt.
know.
It's going to be on my shirt.
I apologise
That's
for
all right.
that,
I'll
but
forgive you.
yeah, it's had a bit of a.
I think this is a good
wash.
car, Kate.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's a good car.
Is that your official review?
That's my official review. Signed, sealed, and delivered.
Good.
That was pretty close. We tried to synchronise the door closing there. We didn't quite make it.
Well, I'm used to someone saying action.
See, I'm not, because
Okay.
we're unprofessional.
Okay, well, let's not do it.
We're extremely unprofessional.
What did you think?
I can tell you, having driven your car, that it is in a much better state, Kate, than the key.
Well,
The key
I've
looks.
dropped it a few times.
Have you stepped on it and driven over
Does
it?
it look that way? I promise that will be fixed before we give it away. Thank you. Any other notes?
No, it's actually a really good car. The 2018 Subaru Impreza was good in 2018. I actually went back today and had a look at our reviews, and we thought it was quite a good car in 2018, and it still is quite a good car. I'm actually surprised, all jokes aside, with how well you have looked after this car mechanically. You've certainly serviced it and looked after it.
Yes.
I don't know about you know, how you've driven it through potholes and things like that.
I'm a very good parker.
Are you?
Did I tell you that in the car? I don't know.
I think you did.
Probably.
But
More than
well,
once.
there's not all damage from parking. No, it's actually, I'm quite impressed with Kate's Impreza.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, for any reviews on the 2018 Subaru Impreza, so if you want to know about that, you go to Drive.com.au, or for that matter, the 2023 Subaru Impreza. That's over at Drive.com.au. And Kate, if they want to win this car, what do people have to do?
Well, you have to impress me. As I said, it doesn't take much. Head to the Nova Player app, fill out all your details.
Yep.
Hopefully we will have you on the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie show of a morning. And like I said, the boys are very hard to impress. I'm not really. Show me what you've got.
You said my driving was crap.
No, I didn't. Well, certainly, if you were coming on the show and talking to me about your driving skills, you wouldn't be taking the car home. But get on board. Get on board. It's ready for a brand new owner. All right, I'm going to get out of here.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. See ya.